Hey guys, it's OJ here. Today I'm going to look at candlesticks and just briefly explain what they mean, how to look at them, what kind of information they give you. I did a quick tutorial on poloniex, how to start, what are the basics, and I need to add the candlesticks there just so that you understand at least what you're looking at. But there are quite lots of videos out there that can explain to you in more detail everything about candlesticks, the different patterns, how to read the different patterns, because they, a candlestick on its own is not really going to be enough for you to understand what's going on with the trend of a coin and whether to buy or not. So let me go into the exchange and kind of go through the basics first, and then you can do some more research and you can have a look at other videos where you can see what the different patterns mean, because that is basically what you need to know when you're analyzing charts. But let's make this larger. So these are candles that I set up at let me see, what did I set them up at? 2 hours, which means that each of these candles right now is showing me what activity has happened in a 2 hours period. I can go to 4 hours or even 1 day, and as you can see, well, this is a little bit too big now, but you can see this is one and the same chart, and it will look a little bit different when I change from 5 minutes to 1 hour. So this is what it looks at 5 minutes, each of the candles. It's really tiny, we can't really see it very well. So we go to 1 day, now they're really big, and it's almost a different pattern. Things that you might see in 15 or 5 minute charts, you will not really see them on a 1 day or 4 hour chart. So generally when you're analyzing charts, it's good to look at 4 hours or 1 day. That's the best way, when you're looking at trends especially. But let me not diverse from my topic here. Is just to explain what the candles do. What do they mean? So a green candle means that it was a bullish market, which also means buyers. So the prices were going up. When we see here the bottom of it, and it's the body that I'm talking about, this is where the price opened, the price where this time frame started at this price, and it ended at the top of it. So here at the top of the body, which is the green body, that is where the price was when that time frame closed. We also have a wick, and we see here it's not a very long wick, but or shadow it's called as well. That also shows us that the price went up to that point, and it also went down to that point during the time frame. So during this 1 day that I'm currently at, the price went all the way down here and all the way up here, but it actually opened at this point and it closed at this point. This is why we have a body, and this is why we have a wick. So most of the trading was happening here inside the green field space, and this is also why we have some candles with really long wick and very small body. It means that even though the prices went all the way up here during that 1 day, it actually opened and closed at these points, which are quite close. So the activity was really here. It wasn't really that much of a range in the price for that day, and in the end it just closed here. So we have red candles. These are the bearish candles. And bearish means that we have a downtrend, which also means that there are more sellers than buyers, so they're pushing the price down, so the price is going lower than the previous period. So the previous day the prices were higher than this day, and also the price here opened at this point, which is at the top of it, but it went down all the way here. It actually went down even here where the wick is, and it closed down here. So it closed way lower than it opened. This is why we have a longer body of this candle, and the price even went all the way down here. This is why we have the wick going down there, but it actually went back up a little bit, so it closed here, and this is why the candle has this red body. This is the main thing about the candles. Then you see candles like this one here or this one, which is a doji, and they have different names, hammer, doji, and there are a lot of things about candles that you can find out on the net. I'm not going to go into all the different patterns and types and how to read. I'm not going to give you advice what to do when you see a certain candle, because I'm not really giving trading advice here. I'm just showing you the basics, and the rest is up to you. I'm not a pro trader. Every time I say it, this is why I don't really want to give advice. But hopefully this will help you at least to get started and to see what's going on, so that it's not totally unfamiliar. I mean, this is how I started. I was watching videos on YouTube, and I was just taking advice from people who are more experienced, and I'm still doing that. I'm still following courses and connecting with people and taking advice from people who are more experienced than myself. This is why I'm not really giving advice. So generally markets are analyzed on one-day candles, because this is really showing you trends. This is really going to show you what's going on in the longer term. But if you're a day trader, you will probably be looking at 30-minute candles or something like that. And also this here controls the time frame of the candles, while this here controls the period that you're seeing here. You can also change it from, you can drag this and just make it shorter or longer period, or you can just use this 4-day time frame, 2-day time frame, 24 hours. So you see now clearly what these candles are showing us. And we can see this one here, for instance, is a hammer, just because it looks like a hammer. And then we have the doji, which is just like a star. Dojis usually represent a change in the trend of the market, so we see that it was a downtrend, and we hit the doji and the trend turned. So these sorts of things. Do your research, go online, have a look at a few videos. There's so many traders that explain different patterns and how to read them, and all of that. So I'm not gonna go into it. I hope this is helping a little bit just to get you started, and I hope that you're going to do some more research and study these very well before you actually put some money into trading and start trading, because you need to know all the basics of trading in order not to lose money. And also be prepared for losses. So trade with very small amounts in the beginning, because you will not be getting it right in the beginning. You will have to learn from your own mistakes. So when you make mistakes, do it with small amounts. This is the best advice that I can give you. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you in my next video.